culmination and closure. This full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on October 28th, 2023, it holds significant and heightened energy. Eclipses are known for their transformative and their catalytic effects. And this one in Taurus is ending an 18-month cycle. It emphasizes themes that are related to your stability, your values, your material resources. At this time, you can expect a heightened focus on your financial matters, on possessions, the material aspects that are in your life. Full moons, they bring endings and closures, and they reveal what was once hidden. So eclipses bring in, or they cut out or remove certain things in your life, and they push us into a new direction. Since this is the last one in a series of eclipses, emotionally, this eclipse can bring in your deep-seated desires and values. It's going to be prompting you to reassess what truly matters to you. It's going to be an excellent time for introspection and letting go of any attachments that no longer serve your growth. It's going to encourage you to find a balance between your material security and your emotional fulfillment. Ultimately, it's guiding you towards a more stable and authentic life. So at this time, focus not on becoming overly confident or boastful or getting just too far ahead of yourself. Your life path ahead may be all of a sudden illuminated and suddenly seem very clear. While this is all good, you may need to pace yourself by sinking into the grounded energy of this Taurus moon and keeping a level head. This full moon comes with a harmonious alignment that brings in well-deserved tangible rewards. And it's going to be positive and long awaited for the manifestations in an area of your life that has undergone many challenges over the last 18 months. So hi, I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. And this is your full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus on October 28th, 2023. Astrology for all 12 signs. So let's dive in. So for Aries sun and Aries rising, this lunation is occurring in your second house. So in your second house, that's the house of your money, your finances, your cash, your property, your self-worth, your salary, your income. It has everything to do about your work ethic, your self-esteem. It's everything that has to do personally with you. Now, the moon is conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that's expansive, big, making everything bigger, brighter, better. Now, what is opposing you? The sun is illuminating. The sun is currently in your 8th house of your shared resources, the debt that you incur with others, or the income that you have with others. It's alimony, child support, cash, property that you have contracts with, binding contracts. The sun is here, Mercury is here, the way that you communicate, and Mars. Mars is the planet of cutting, removing, intense. Now the 8th house is psychological, and it's deep, and it's transformative. So at this time, this is illuminating you on what you need to cut in order to have your path move forward at this time. Now, this is going to be a feeling of a weight being lifted from you, getting you ready for the next chapter of your life. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is currently in your 6th house. The 6th house is your daily habits. It's your balance between work and home. It's finding a counselor, finding a mentor. The 6th house is where you need to take care of yourself. Now, this is in a beautiful trine with the planet of Uranus. Stroke of genius, think outside the box in your personal self-worth, cash and property house. It's also going to be trining Pluto at the top of your chart in your career, in your life path, authority. The 10th house is your public reputation, it's your ambitions, it's you being seen by the public at large. And so all of this together and offering this eclipse is your values, your feelings, your self-worth is now going to take center stage. Your cash, your property, your possessions, your finances. You may get a heads up and you may take notice about the opportunity to make these necessary financial changes in your life that you've been maybe putting off. There may be money coming in your way in the form of a financial settlement, or you paying off a debt, or wills, or some joint finances that will bring resources to you. Sharing issues may come into focus as what is yours, what is mine, what is ours together. Finances, budgeting, major purchases, your income, all of these topics that revolve around sustainability in what you are looking to stand on your own, relying on your own inner resources. Security questions can be brought up about looking for a breakthrough about I now have an increase in my savings, or I have an increase in my debt, or I'm paying off debt. There could be questions around your imprint. This is about your emotional and your financial security and how you feel about things, and you taking steps to increase it at this time. This is revolving around your inner work that's based on your self-esteem and how you get more money or more security. Your value about maybe getting a raise or a promotion. Remember that this is trining your work sector and your balance between home and work and your health sector. You could be working on inner work based on your self-esteem in order to get this money. So maybe you're starting a business, or you're closing or opening a project or a business. Maybe you're developing a way to have your financial roles improve, or to be able to balance your home and your work life in order to bring in more resources for yourself. Maybe you're starting a side gig and this business now is ready to take flight. Focus on your financial comfort zone and make sure that you're putting your needs to the forefront. So Aries, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. And please check out the other videos on the other transits and the November take a look ahead for the astrology forecast. And join me live Tuesdays Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m. where I offer full moon or new moon astrology readings or tarot on the off Tuesdays. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, this full moon is occurring in your first house of self. The first house of self is about your personality, your appearance, your power, stepping into your divinity. It's about your vitality, your strength. It's your habits, your desires, your interests. It's your, I look at it as your business card or your website. It's how other people see you, what you are presenting to the world. And so it is conjunct the planet of Jupiter. Jupiter is gaseous. It's the planet that's big and takes all the hits from all the other planets. It's expansive. And so it's expanding things at this time. What is opposing? The sun is occurring. The sun is in your seventh house of partnerships, relationships, your one-on-one relationships with either business or significant others. The seventh house is your contractual agreements that you have with other people. It's also the house of open enemies, exes, and it has to do with all of your 1+1 relationships. So the sun is here in the sign of Scorpio, deep, intense feeling. Mercury is here. Mercury is the way that you speak, the way that you communicate, written, verbal. And then we have Mars. Mars is the planet of the warrior, wanting to cut, wanting to remove. And so at this time, we have this opposition going on that means your emotions are running deep, yet it's going to be an opportunity to be liberating. There's going to be a feeling of whatever you're cutting away or whatever you're removing and whatever is finalizing by being brought to the light, that a weight is going to be released or lifted from you as a burden, and you are now getting ready for the next chapter of your life. Now, Venus rules Taurus, and so we have Venus in your fifth house of pleasure, joy. I call it like adult playmates. It's art, it's music, it's creativity. It's what you do to bring pleasure. It's affairs, it's childlike activities, art, music. And so it's in a beautiful trine with Uranus. And Uranus is where we have this unique creativity of genius, think outside the box of this is what I really want to do. Now, the trine is going to be with Pluto. It's an earth trine, so think solid, stable, reliable. And Pluto is the planet of transformation. In your house of, I want to travel, I want to have a higher education, I want to connect with foreign people, places, things. The ninth house is where we have these cross-cultural experiences. It's where we take classes and we become the teacher. It's where we dive into adventure or legal matters. And so whatever is going on at this time is going to offer you this grand earth trine to sink in and settle in for good. It's about offering you a new way to how do you present yourself? A full moon eclipse in the first house is, how do you present yourself? How do other people see you? This is maybe a time where you're going to be changing your image, changing your looks, changing your clothes. It could be changing your personality in some manner. It could be you now being in tune with your feelings or in touch with other people in a different way. This is a good time to put your wants and needs to the forefront before other people's, and to make sure that if there is going to be a conflict or drama that involves a significant other, that you are focusing on yourself, and because it's deep-seated, it's psychological. Maybe at this time you have things going on with your body. This could be weight gain, being pregnant, or healthy weight gain as in muscles, or weight loss. This could be muscular as in I'm now exercising, I'm taking better care of myself, I'm taking, or an illness that I have a healing resolution at this point of what I can do. Things going on with your image can be seen as a breakthrough or change in how you see yourself. Maybe you see yourself as a parent, or as a healer, or as a teacher, or something that has to do with the knowledge that you've gained through your travels, or diving into religion or spirituality. There could be some things that come to light that all the eyes are on you, because an eclipse in the first house is drawing all of the eyes on you. Something is going to be eclipsed in, and something with you is going to be eclipsed out. This is how you identify yourself. Maybe you're identifying yourself as a different pronoun. This could be looked at as how you are coming into alignment with who you are at a core level. Maybe you aligning yourself with your true vision of how can I see myself and support myself and step into this next chapter of this is who I really am. This is me at the core. Uranus in the first house is totally think outside the box. It's genius. It's like, no, it's dramatic. This is who I am. And I'm sorry it may not resonate with you. And then this is you finding your tribe of people who you didn't know. They will be drawn to you. An eclipse in the first house is going to be you stepping into the next chapter of your life with who are you? Who do you present to the world? And what does the world see? So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. And for more, please check out the other videos on the transits, and check out the November forecast for a look ahead. And join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer live new moon and full moon astrology consultations and tarot on the off Tuesdays. And subscribe to get updates as soon as they're released. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, this lunar eclipse is occurring in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house for you is your personal unconscious. It's your shadow self. It's your dreams. It's your intuition. It's your hidden enemies, your subconscious. It's where we go to sink in, to settle. It could be, it's the private part of our inner world. It's our angels. It's our guides. It's other dimensions. It can be spiritual retreats. It could be isolation. And what does isolation mean? It could be you hibernating at home, or it could be something with hospitalizations, or where we go to just sink in and acknowledge the other realms, or your subconscious mind. It's also about the shamanic. It's paying attention to anything that has to do with dreams, intuition, and being isolated and alone to tune into self. Now, having your eclipse here, it's conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that makes everything bigger, brighter, better. Now, along with this, what is opposing? The sun is currently in your 6th house. The 6th house is the house of your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being. And in the sign of Scorpio is deep and psychological, finding a balance between work and home, seeking out a counselor, seeking out a mentor, making sure that your health is number one priority. The sun is here illuminating. Mercury is here with how are you communicating? What are you saying? Written, verbal, travel. and the planet of Mars. Mars is the warrior. It cuts, it removes. And so at this time, there are positive signs that are going to be illuminating you on the path to move forward through it. And this is the opposing, means that your emotions may be running deep, yet they're going to be liberating. It's about cutting and removing and freeing yourself. The feeling is going to be felt as a weight is finally lifted you from this burden, and you getting ready for the next stage of your life. Now, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So Venus is currently in your 4th house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. And it's in a beautiful trine with Uranus. Uranus is creative, unique, think outside the box, a stroke of genius. And it's going to trine Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and it's in your 8th house of shared resources. It's the house of deep bonding and this connection. And so this is offering you this safe, secure opportunity to cut away things that needs to be liberated. So an eclipse in the 12th house, remember, it's the house of shadow. It's the house of your self-undoing. It's the house where your emotions are going to be running high, and that your dreams are going to be extremely intense. There could be issues with dreams. There could be issues with dream activity. This is you stepping into possibly dream work with understanding what are your dreams trying to tell you, or connecting to your spirit guides, connecting to your ancestors, stepping into how to work with your dreams, whether they be through journaling or through shamanic work or the Akashic records. This could be lucid dreaming. This could be astral travel. This could be dream energy. It's harnessing and mastering your subconscious mind at this time. There could be a feeling of maybe mental instability, showing you where you need to work on your shadow work. Maybe there's a spiritual breakthrough with fears that you've had, or with addiction. You have fears. It could be about your inner journey. It could be about generational trauma. This could be about karmic things from one generation to another, or from repeated patterns in past lives. Look to find the resources to help clear up this energy work and use this, cut away. If it's not yours, you should not be dealing with this. This is an opportunity for you to heal your mind, maybe through meditation or hypnosis. Rid yourself of fear. Take an active role in your healing process. Heal any imbalances that you have. Educate yourself. Go on a retreat. Take time to meditate. Own your sacred space and honor it. Go within. Find a sacred space in your home. This is earthing, grounding, going for the walk, taking the Epsom salt baths. This is an opportunity for you to use prayer or oils, or bring in your spirit guides. This is an opportunity for you to use your subconscious space to ask for insights to get through your dreams or through meditation. This is going to be you facing your fears, possibly with some creative projects, or completing or creating a space that you could have these major breakthroughs, that you facing your freedom and getting outside support with the Scorpio in your 6th house of seeking out a guidance like a counselor to give you guidance, or a mentor, or a spiritual circle of people who have been there, done that, who will understand you. Major spiritual insights and ethereal support from people maybe who have crossed over at this time. This lunation can have you recognizing this overwhelming need that you have for rest and spiritual renewal. The 12th house is the shadow house. You have been busy for the last 18 months and deeply involved in your daily routines and doing the inner work. And now it's time for you to find this balance with work, home, mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, to focus on you. What are your internal needs that you need in order to move forward? The focus needs to be on you, and it's simply you saying, this is illuminating an area of my life that I have to sit within and take care of me before I take care of others. The eclipses in the 12th house can also bring about revealing secrets or things that were once hidden. And so anything that's private or personal that either could be about you or could be about somebody else that will be revealed to you can happen at this time. Secrets coming to light. And an eclipse in the 12th house can also bring about the desire to do something in secret or to do something that could be considered risky. And there might be a project that you started earlier that now will become complete. And so it's removing past karma, trauma, cutting it away, and putting yourself at the center for internal healing that other people just don't see. All right, so Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. And for more, please check out the other videos on transits and check out the November astrology forecast for all 12 signs. And join me live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consults. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, this eclipse is occurring in your 11th house. The 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. It's who you connect up with in order for you to manifest those things. It is the house of your aspirations, your teamwork, your peers. It is who you are connected with, like kindred spirits. It is your networks and your shared beliefs of things that you want to do for your job or for pleasure and enjoyment. Now, the moon is conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest gaseous planet that we have that makes everything, it expands everything. And so it's expanding this and really showing you one last time what is going on. It is about illuminating your path forward that you need to push through at this time. Now, what is opposing you? The Sun, Mercury, and Mars. The Sun in the sign of Scorpio is deep, psychological, intense. It's in your 5th house of fun, joy, pleasure, affairs. It's the house of children, childlike activities. I call it like the adult playmates. It's who you get together with in order to do art or music or sports or activities. So the Sun is here. Mercury is the way that you communicate. It's writing, journaling, traveling, singing, all of those topics. And then Mars is about the warrior, cutting and removing and severing. And so at this point, your emotions are going to be running very deep, yet it's going to be removing and liberating you. It's going to be cutting away some things, and the feeling is going to be felt like a weight has been lifted and released from you, that there's a burden that is now gone, that you can now move forward with the next chapter of your life. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is down in your 3rd house of communication. This is who you speak to on a daily basis, whether it be neighbors or with work people, but it's the way that you communicate. It's school and travel and things that are like in your neighborhood. And so it's in a grand earth trine with supporting you with ease and grace. And Pluto is in your 7th house of partnerships, your one-on-ones, your relationships, your clients. It's also the house of open enemies and exes. It's the house of your marriage partner and your business partner. It's the house of you sharing contracts with anybody. It's the house where we sign contracts with other people. And so the eclipse is offering you a way that you are going to remove and bring in people that that can be colleagues or that they can be part of your social circles. It will be eclipsing those people in or out of your life. It'll be bringing you to groups and it will be removing you from some of those social groups. Maybe you are looking at new friends, or maybe there's a key contact that you can connect up with to put you in touch with other people, places, and things that you want to participate in. There could be an ending of a friendship. Maybe you're falling out, or maybe this could be them moving on, on, or them moving away, or it could be with a work associate that you really enjoy, and this could be them moving on, or you no longer working on that project together. There could be a change in friendships that maybe they were not healthy. There could be a change in your place in the group. There could be you just saying, I need to find my tribe or a better fit for myself. Maybe you're feeling alienated. Maybe you're looking for a place where you feel that you want to belong and you're out searching. Now, there could be dating opportunities, especially through friends and online opportunities that occur at this time. You are going to be reevaluating your social groups, your circles, and your social media. That means all Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of those, or X, whatever they're calling it. It's you taking a look at all of those accounts and saying, what do I need to get rid of? What do I not? What no longer jives with me? And what do I need to remove from my life? I don't have the energy to expand upon that anymore. You reevaluating your social groups, your circles, these accounts, and stepping away, or maybe launching a community-based community for yourself and others that are like-minded. This lunation can, some of your friendships might be tested, or your relationship to your groups or your organizations may experience some bumps along in the road, because things are going to be revealed. Things are going to be illuminated that were once hidden in the dark. You might be looking for personal validation from friends and within these groups or these social circles and your work networks. There can be a major event that occurs at this time that could involve a child or a romantic lover or partner. And this could be also the culmination of a creative project because of the ending also having to do with fifth house. Remember, it's lovers, it's childlike activities, it's creative projects. So there could be an ending of a project, or there could be a beginning at this time, because this is the house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. And so this is you moving forward with, I need to remove these things because they're no longer aligned with my new focus in life. So I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear more, please check out the transits for the month and look ahead at the November astrology forecast for all 12 signs. And join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consults. And I also offer tarot readings on the off Tuesdays. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, this eclipse is occurring in your 10th house. Your 10th house is how you are seen in the outside world with your career, your life path, your legacy, authority, government. It's you standing on a pedestal and how people see you out there. It's your public reputation. It's your mark on society. It is what you want to achieve in your professional life and your ambitions and your reputation. It's literally spotlight on you in the outside world. And so it is conjunct or next to the planet of Jupiter. Jupiter is the expansive planet that makes everything bigger. And so we are illuminating where things were once hidden and some things that are going to be eclipsed in and out of your life. Now, opposing you is fourth house. The sun is here in the sign of Scorpio, deep, intense, psychological, family, home, roots, foundation. Mercury is here. How am I communicating? What are my words? Remember that the fourth house is genealogy, and it's also landscaping, real estate, and property. So it could have to do with contracts that have to do with home. Now Mars is here, cutting, removing things that need to be cut or removed that have been deep and psychological. This full moon is illuminating your path on how you move forward at this time. It's opposing the sun, the Mercury, and Mars in Scorpio, meaning your emotions, your feelings, they're going to be running really deep. And yet, cutting away and removing some of these things are going to be so liberating for you. The feeling is going to be felt as if a weight has been lifted and cleansing you and releasing you from this burden. This is an opportunity for you to get ready for the next phase of your life. Now, Taurus is ruled by the planet of Venus, and Venus is currently in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, everything that's personal to you. This is about your skill set. This is what you bring to the table in order to make money, your own personal resources, or your attitudes towards money. It's in a grand Earth trine. Earth meaning solid, stable, reliable, with the planet Uranus of unique, creative, think outside the box, a stroke of genius, something that has to do with your career, your personal assets, and Pluto in your sixth house of your daily habits, your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and with resources like a mentor or a guide. The sixth house is where we find the balance between our work and our home, and all of this is working together in order to offer you or reveal your strengths, your weaknesses, your ability to deal with authority, and your professional path as you move forward. The 10th house eclipse is offering you your work is going to be highlighted, your job, your boss, your coworkers, anything that has to do with your career. This could be you ending a job. This could be being fired, or it could be retirement. All things that have to do with work is going to be highlighted, and there could be new opportunities that are going to come in with a raise or a side or a lateral movement. A father or a father figure could come into focus. Maybe dad has something going on. It could be him being ill, or a relationship with somebody, or a collaboration with somebody who's like a father figure. This is about authority figures. Remember, the 10th house is not just father, but people that you look up to, like a boss or a dad. This could be a clash with them, a clash with management, something revealed where they have not always had your back or been supportive of you. This is you finding your path, money, or stepping out into the world. The 10th house is you in the outside public eye, discovering what are you supposed to be doing out there. You focused on your discipline, your responsibility. This eclipse is going to remove any of these. There could be a child leaving home, or maybe you reaching your goal, and now you have more responsibility because it's the house of career and work and owning up to what you need to do. It's ownership of your life path. With this lunation, you may feel a need to review or to change. What are your career goals? Where are you stepping into? What are you doing? The trine with your second house of your resources and your skill set and your money, with your balance between work and home and your daily habits, it's offering you this opportunity in order for you to change or review your goals. It's offering you this, that career matters, they may come to a head, and you have these personal or domestic, like family, home matters that are coming up, and they're showing themselves. And this eclipse may require you to settle something quickly, immediately, and prove that you can step up to the plate and handle this. There's a lot going on with this that, remember that the home is being illuminated, but what is being revealed or eclipsed in or out of are things that have to do with what are your goals? What is your life path? What are you choosing to do? Take advantage of the trine that has to do with Venus in your second house, because Venus is the goddess of money and beauty, and whatever you are wanting to do, you can do this and bring in an income. You can move forward with what you want to do. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on this, and please check out the other videos on the transits and look ahead at your November astrology forecast for all 12 signs. Join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consultations and tarot on the opposite Tuesdays. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, this full moon eclipse is occurring in your 9th house. The 9th house is you with foreign people, places, things, travel, it's education, it's philosophy, it's religion, it's getting things published, it's becoming a student or becoming the teacher. The ninth house has to do with publishing, adventure, legal matters. All of those topics are now going to be eclipsed, bringing new in and removing out. The full moon is also conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is this gaseous planet that expands everything that it touches. And so now we have this big illumination occurring and showing you a path to move forward. These are going to be positive signs that are going to illuminate your path forward throughout this time to see what the last bit of what you have not noticed or what has been hidden from you. Now, the full moon is being illuminated and opposes the sun in Scorpio. Scorpio is deep, it's psychological. The sun is revealing, and Mercury is here. How you communicate, written, journaling, in the third house of talking with neighbors, speaking with work. It's close people, places at home or in your neighborhood. Mars is what needs to be cut, severed, and removed. And so at this time, things are going to be cut and removed, meaning in the sign of Scorpio, meaning your emotions are going to be running deep, and yet it's going to feel liberating. Like it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, the burden has now been lifted. The weight is no longer on my shoulders. I am now ready to step into the next phase of my life. Now, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. Venus is in your first house of self. It's the goddess of love and money and cash. And in your first house of your identity, who you are, how people see you, your appearance, your self-expression. I think of it as your business card or your website. It's what you are presenting to the world. Now, she's in this grand earth trine. Everything is being set up to make things solid, stable, and reliable. That has to do with you and what you want to do in the outside world, whether it be teaching or publishing or traveling or connecting, and in a trine with Pluto in your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of what brings you joy and pleasure, children or childlike activities with art, music, and creativity. The fifth house is love affairs. It is recreation and pleasure. I think of it as the house of what we do on the weekend and how you express yourself with hobbies and risks. And so all of this is supporting you with what last needs to be removed, what needs to be cut away, and what needs to be revealed in order for you to move forward. Your ninth house eclipse covers education. It covers higher thought. It's about teaching and you becoming this teacher, and how do you do your work? How are you receiving your education? Your learning journey? Schooling of any kind may come to an end. Maybe you're graduating. Maybe you're finishing. Maybe you're done with that and you're ready to begin a new path. This is also about writing, publishing, speaking. You have a message to share, and how are you going to expand it and get the word out there? This is an opportunity for you to expand your horizons. This can include new projects, new publishing projects, completing or launching a book or a written project. This could be you getting into the international venue or traveling from one place to another. Like different countries, or connecting with other people through the internet or through Zoom. It's connecting with people on a large scale, not just close at home. This is going to be ideas of solutions and solving problems with a different mindset, a different viewpoint, new optimism. Remember that the ninth house is spirituality. Maybe you are seeing something with a new light. Maybe you are working with a new belief system, or you're leaving a path because the ninth house is diving into spirituality, and maybe you are merging into something else, or you are finding fault with one and wanting to end this path and looking at something else. There could be new resources with spirituality, maybe a new tool that you're using, or a new travel experience or opportunity that happens. Taking the knowledge that you have and maybe sharing it through a blog or a YouTube or a podcast. This could be a book. It could be you teaching. This eclipse can give you a way to use your knowledge for creative flow. Remember, Jupiter is here, and Jupiter with Uranus is saying, I need to get this information out there in a broad way, unique and creative. Where we have Uranus is where we have this spark of genius of, oh, I've got it. This is what I have to do. This is including different cultures, different languages, different people that you want to experience this with, or that you need to share these experiences with. You may have experiences where your personal beliefs at this time could be tested or tested with others. You stepping into your thirst for adventure, your desire for travel or connecting. This could be a time where you're making a plan to just basically, I need to get out and I need to have some fun. I need to have a new direction. And maybe that new direction includes finding a new faith, or finding a culmination or a beginning or an ending. Remember that eclipses bring in new and remove out. So this could be you ending a class and graduating, or now stepping into a new study of something that you want to research or to dive deep into, or changing directions where you want to take a leap of faith. There could be an important beginning or culmination, and maybe where you were the student and now you're ready to take it to the broader world and say, I'm ready to share this with you. And if you're in business or education or a writer, this is really going to be a time that you're going to want to connect and reach a wider audience. And this eclipse is going to reveal places and people with how you can do this. With Uranus is here, it's think outside the box, get creative. There are so many opportunities out there that this is going to be an opportunity that links who you are, first house, with connecting with the large scale, with this needs to bring me joy and pleasure. Not just doing it, but doing it because I enjoy doing it. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below with how this resonates with you. And for more, please check out the other videos on transits and look ahead at your November astrology forecast. And join me 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on Tuesdays, where I offer full moon or new moon astrology consultations. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot consultations. And to receive updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, this eclipse is occurring in your 8th house. Now the 8th house for you is the house of shared resources. It's the contracts that you have with other people. It's the house of other people's money, values. It's alimony, child support, cash, property, debt. It's the house of the occult. It's your private affairs that you don't share with other people. It is the house of deep bonding. It's the house of birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. It's where we have these deep desires for connections, and it's taboo topics and joint ventures that you have with other people. And so you're having this full moon, this final eclipse, and it's conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of making everything, expanding everything, making it bigger. It's the gaseous planet that literally expands everything. It's they call it the Santa Claus of the zodiac, the gift of the zodiac. And so you have this illumination with your path that you need to push throughout. You have to push forward throughout time. And so what is opposing you? The sun and Mercury and Mars, all in your 2nd house. The 2nd house reveals your cash, your property, your self-worth, your skill set. It's everything that has to do with you, your money, your finances. And so we have these opposing things going on. The sun is shining. Mercury is how I communicate, written. This could be contracts, written or verbal. And Mars is cutting, severing, removing. And so this is going to be a time where your emotions are going to run deep, and yet this is going to be a liberating opportunity for you. The feeling is going to be felt as if a weight is being released from you, and that you no longer have to carry this burden by cutting away what no longer serves you. You are getting ready for the next phase of your life. And so cutting away, removing, severing. Now, Venus rules Taurus, and Venus is currently in your 12th house, your dreams, your intuition. The 12th house is your personal unconscious. It's also the house of fears, and it's our angels, our guides. It's about meditation and sinking in to tune into other realms. It is in a grand earth trine with Uranus. Uranus is where we have the stroke of genius, and you saying, I have this great idea of where we should have these resources or what should be going on. You tuning into your dreams, your intuition. And this will have something to do with fourth house topics because Pluto is here. And Pluto is, the fourth house is home, family, roots, foundation, and it's things that you share with other people. It doesn't have to be blood family. This could be people that feel like family to you. It could be also property and traditions, landscaping. It could have anything to do with real estate, or remember that this has to do with you and your foundation. And so knowing that there's this grand trine going on here, we now have what is being illuminated. An eclipse in the 8th house, it's representing your income that you share with others and the transformation that's going to be occurring. It's about your merged energies and your bonding at the deepest of levels, and intimacy and sex and power and psychology and parapsychology and mystery that is all coming together, and some things are going to be revealed. These could be secrets. These could be your secrets or secrets of others. Remember that eclipses eclipse people, places, and things in, and they remove. So at this time, there could be some drama that's illuminated with regards to your partner's income or your spouse's income, or shared debt, or shared taxes, or an investment that you have. There could be collaboration and money and capital and that you need for loans, or trying to get a loan, or credit card debt. Maybe you have taxes that are being paid off, or you have large bills that are going to be paid off. There could be intimacy of that comes to a major ending, like a partnership that ends, or there could be a breakthrough, or there could be power struggles. How are you using your power in partnership or with your contracts that you have with other people? Remember that this is the house that we have a deep bonding with people, and this could be contractual or business or marriage partners. Who has power and influence over you? And anything that has to do with your investments. This could be crypto, this could be regular personal investments. Studying these things could bring about light. Definitely things are going to be revealed with showing you what is going to be needing to be cut and removed, and what you need to be focused on moving forward with. The topics could also be a spiritual breakthrough. This could be astrology, palmistry, numerology, psychology, or bringing about resources or new teachers. Anything that could be esoteric. Remember that the 8th house is also like the taboo topics that people just don't share about. This could be solving a mystery. This could be writing or reading about mysteries, or enjoying something that has to do with that. There could be marriage or divorce where money is combined, or anything that it could be separated, or your resources with a business partner could be separated. Anything that has to do with the pairing of your resources that you share with other people. There could be major luck in money, or there also could be major expenses. Eclipses, they are just really emotional, and they take on this emotional charge with our feelings and pushing us to make these emotional decisions. So work to manage your emotions that are connected to resources at this time. Emotional patterning is also found in the 8th house. This is about you looking at, can it be codependency or dependency? If it's codependency, it's combining and merging your energy with others. And remember that some codependency has to, dependency has to occur on some level with our partners. And so where is that gray line? This is going to be a really perfect time for you that you're going to need to settle some of your own debts. Maybe you have some bills that you need to pay off, financial or otherwise. Your focus needs to be, where can you be balanced and where can you be secure, and what do you need to change in order for you to be feeling safe and secure and comfortable with your cash, property, resources, and your self-esteem. There can be a new opportunity for you to make some money, or for money to come into your life through investments or inheritance at this time. So Libra, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out my other videos on transits and the November astrology forecast for all 12 signs. And join me live Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology readings. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, this full moon eclipse is occurring in your 7th house. The 7th house for you is your partnerships, your relationships, your 1+1 house. This could be business. This could be significant others. This could be friends. The 7th house is all contractual relationships. It's your one-on-one and your social promises that you have with other people. Now, Jupiter is here. Jupiter is this gaseous planet that expands everything that it touches. And then what's opposing? The sun is in your 1st house of self. The sun is illuminating who you are. It's deep, it's intense, it's emotional. Mercury is here. Mercury, how do I communicate? What words do I use? Written, email, phone, text. Being concise and clear with my wants, needs, and desires. Mars is here with, what do I have to cut, sever, and remove? And so this is going to be positive. That's going to illuminate your path forward of where you need to go at this time. The opposition is meaning with the sign of Scorpio is about your emotions running deep, and yet very liberating for you. This feeling is going to be felt like, oh, I can cut this person away. I can cut and remove this. It's going to feel like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders and you're being removed from a burden. It's getting you ready for the next phase of your life. It's where have you stayed too long? Where have you stayed connected with? It could be a client. It could be a friend. It could be a business. It could be a significant other. It could be open enemies, and it could be exes. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, and Venus is in a beautiful trine with the planet Uranus, of where I have this unique sense of genius, where I have to think outside the box, where I have to get creative. Venus is in your 11th house of your friends, your social circles, your networks, and this is offering you a step up or a leg up, a support of your networking ability, or who do you surround yourself with in order to accomplish your personal hopes, wishes, dreams? Now, Pluto is in your 3rd house of communication with what is said to neighbors, close to home, work associates, and it's going to be this beautiful grand earth trine to support you with whatever is being removed, this is going to be a healthier opportunity as you move forward. An eclipse in your 7th house is giving you insights into your relationships and your partnerships, all aesthetics, all agreements, clients, and so there could be a new relationship or the end of one. There is going to be movement to maybe a key relationship. Maybe you were friends and you're going to take it to another level. Maybe you met someone and you want to become a business partner with them. There's going to be codependency that's going to be brought to light. There could be boundary issues or this topic that could be brought to light. Are you working from a place of fear? Are you focused on your needs? The goal is to gain this interdependence on how you work with your current relationships with friends, business, significant others, your clients. An eclipse here is offering you the opportunity to be accountable for your own actions, for you to do the inner work. Helpers, practitioners, all are going to be brought in, and an opportunity for you to reach your goal. And this could be a new person like a mechanic, a counselor, a doctor. They're going to be brought in with the opportunity to help you reach these agreements or come to an agreement that could be brought to the surface at this time. There could be a new design project, or maybe working on your clothing or your how you wear your hair, your makeup. Remember that the first house is all about you and how people see you. This could be these things. These topics could be eclipsed in or out. Anything that's unresolved can be brought up at this time. So some of your partnerships or your relationships could be tested, and this could be revealing some things that suddenly come to light that you just didn't know were bothering or lingering underneath the surface. The seventh house represents your marriage partner or a significant other or your business partner or an adversary. Remember, it's also open enemies. And so this is going to be a perfect time for you to find a balance between what are your needs and the needs of others, meaning your partners. You may want to find a balance through compromise and negotiation. This can also be a time where you all of a sudden find yourself with an opportunity to have a lot of social opportunities to get out and mingle or connect with others through your 11th house or your 3rd house. And this can allow you to work with new clients or connect with other people who are like-minded. So I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. And to hear more, please check out the transits videos and look ahead at the November astrology forecast. And join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consultations. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot readings. And please, to receive updates as soon as they're released, subscribe. So Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. This eclipse is occurring in your 6th house. Now, the 6th house is the house of your mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, health, well-being, where we find mentors, where we find guides. It's pets, it's your daily habits, it's your health. The 6th house is sickness or nutrition or self-care or alternative health. Now, Jupiter is conjunct this eclipse, offering an expansive of anything that's going on and a revealing of. Remember, eclipses, they eclipse people, places, and things in, and they remove immediately. And so this will be revealing some things. Now, what is opposing? The sun is in your 12th house. The 12th house is your personal unconscious, your dreams, your intuition. It's your private part of your inner world. It's angels and guides. It's where we go to meditate, where we go to sink in and like focus on what is going on inside. And so the sun is there. Mercury is there. How do I communicate? Where do I get my information? Am I paying attention to my body? Because my body speaks to me. And am I paying attention to my dreams and my intuition? Mars, severing, cutting, removing things that need to be cut away. Now, the 12th house is also the house of shamanic work, hidden enemies. It's the house of generational or past lives and trauma that can be cut and removed away. And so at this time, the positive that's going to come from it is things are going to be illuminated. So you have this path to move forward with. Your emotions are going to be running deep, and yet it's going to be very liberating for you. There's going to be a feeling of, yes, this weight is finally being released. I'm released of this burden. It's released from my shoulders, and now I can get ready for this next phase of my life. Now, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And so Venus is in your 10th house. Your career, your public life, how people see you in the outside world. It's the path that you want to take. And it's also about money and beauty. She's in a beautiful trine with Uranus. Uranus is where we think outside the box, where it's unique and creative and a stroke of genius. And, oh, I have this aha moment of how I can balance this or how I can figure this out. Or, oh, we finally have the answer to this. Now, it's also going to be trining Pluto. Pluto is in your 2nd house of your personal cash, property, and your finances and your self-worth. All of this together is illuminating your health, your wellness, your daily routines, your healing, there could be maybe a health crisis that's finally brought to light. You finally understand it. You have a diagnosis. You have a solution. Maybe you are getting into a health and wellness regime and you're like, okay, I'm going to now start working out, or I'm going to do yoga. Maybe you have a new practitioner, or maybe there's a new modality. I'm going to try acupuncture. I'm going to check out this chiropractor. Maybe it is you stepping into wellness as the practitioner. This could be you working on major closing or shifts that are occurring in your life with maybe new diets, yoga, these different procedures. Maybe you are getting information from the outside to work on a new system or organization, and you saying, I now have to create these new routines in my life. I have to have a better balance between my home and my work for my mental health or for my psychological health. This could be you moving or temporarily lodging where your daily routines now change. The sixth house is also the house where we find pets. And so pets are going to become a topic, or can become a topic, where your current pets may need attention, or maybe you're getting a new pet. Or there could be a transition of a pet into a new home, or this could be a pet transitioning, like crossing over the rainbow bridge. This eclipse can illuminate some changes that are necessary for your job or health routines that may come up at this time. You might have this surge of emotional energy to look for these opportunities to make positive changes in your daily health and your wellness routine by saying, I need a workout buddy. I'm not going to be able to do this on my own, or I need to find this. It's like you having the desire or the urge. There could be an opportunity that shows itself that maybe you're able to improve your work conditions, like the stroke of genius of, why don't we do this instead of this? It'll make it so much easier. There could be a physical or mental health issue that's now brought to light. This is a perfect time to jump into exercise and nutrition, maybe diet, something about feeling more healthy or balanced. This could be a time that a work project or a job can either begin or end. And if something is going on with your body, please make sure that you don't ignore it. This is a time for you to take the needs of yourself and your pets seriously and look at them with the eclipse will illuminate. Make sure that you declutter and organize your life in order for you to be able to release some things, because it's going to be about bringing clarity and joy into your life. Take into account supplements for health and wellness, meaning vitamins, supplements, and spiritual events. This could be yoga, meditation, sound baths, practicing, and there could be things that come in or shift depending on your experience of, how can I get support? Like, do I seek out a counselor? Do I seek out a mentor? I need to make sure that my mind, body, and spirit are in tip-top shape during this eclipse. And the eclipse will reveal some areas that we have been amiss or have neglected. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And for more, please check out the other videos on transits and look at the November forecast for all 12 signs. And join me Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consultations. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, this eclipse is occurring in your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy. It's art, music, creativity, children, childlike activities. The fifth house is love affairs. It's what you do on the weekends. It's risk and hobbies. It's anything that you find joy in, and it can be affairs. So the eclipse is going to be eclipsing people, places, and things into your life and out of your life. Jupiter is here expanding upon everything that is going on. It is the great benefic that offers support. Now, what is opposing? The sun in Scorpio in your 11th house of my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, and the networks that I travel in network in order to get what I want or what I need. So this could be work, or it could be pleasure related. Now, Mercury is here, how I communicate, how I write, journal, travel, say things, email, phone, text, anything that's a form of communication. Mars is about cutting and removing, and Scorpio is the sign of deep psychological. So at this time, there's going to be these positive signs that are going to illuminate a path that you can move forward with throughout at this time. This opposition is offering you, meaning that your feelings are going to be very intense. They're going to be running deep, and yet it's going to be liberating to cut or remove. It's going to feel like this weight has been lifted and releasing you from this burden that you have been carrying. Now, it's offering you an opportunity to get ready for the next phase of your life. Now, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And so we have Venus in your 9th house of I want to travel. I want to connect with foreign people, places, things. The 9th house is higher education and spirituality, and it's the house of publishing. And Venus is love and money and like your resources. Now, it's also going to be in a beautiful earth trine with Pluto in your 1st house of self, transforming who you are, how people see you, your power, your self-expression, your strength, your habits. And so all of this coming together is offering you an ending of sorts about something that has to do with romance or creativity or children. And it doesn't have to be bad. This could be you working with children, your children, or the children of other people, like as a teacher or a mentor or a guide. This could be pregnancy. This could be conception. This could be birth. This could be, hey, I'm ready to create babies. Birthing an idea. The 5th house is where we create. And if you're not wanting to create a baby, what projects or activities or things do you want to give birth to? So this is the house of new projects that can come in, or they can move along, or birthing one. This could be you finding a hobby, or you could be finding a hobby to make money. And there you could be streamlining how you have fun and looking at what does fun mean to you. Maybe you have some hidden talents and now they're coming out. Anything that you have that you want to put on display. This could be you leading a group, modeling, acting, listening to you, something that you just didn't know that you were good at. This is an opportunity for you to try something new, or to go back to doing something that you did as a child and renewing that love of, or rediscovering that love of. This could be something that you didn't know you were good at, trying something new, or your role as a leader. This could come up at this time. Maybe taking ownership of your creativity. Maybe if you have children, the children may need more attention at this time. This is also an opportunity for you to step into a new chapter with children. And there could be demands that could be testing a romantic affair that you have, or maybe your attention is being pulled in 2 different directions with things that bring me pleasure and an affair, or children and things that bring me pleasure. It's about being pulled in 2 different directions with what you want to do and these other activities. These demands that are just going to create tension. The eclipse can maybe cast a shadow over your pleasure-seeking fun activities, meaning this could be, some of them could be eclipsed out. This could be a time where your children are going through their own changes and their own growing pains. Maybe they're going off to college, or they're getting married, where they're moving on to something bigger, and they're going through some tensions or some stress or some growing pains that come along with it. This could be positive This can be positive as someone like you having a baby, or your children having a baby, and a new beginning maybe for your child. This could be your child starting something new. This could also be you starting a new creative project or activity as you move forward. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on how this resonates with you. And for more, please check out the videos on the transits and check out the November forecast for all 12 signs. And join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology readings. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, this eclipse is occurring in your fourth house of home. It's home, family, real estate. The fourth house is your past. It's people who feel like family. The fourth house is you sharing space with the people who shape you. It's also your traditions, it's real estate, and it's your personal life. And it's your past of where you've come from. So now we have this full moon eclipse, eclipsing some of these things in and out of your life. Jupiter is going to expand it. It's going to reveal. So this is like one last look at what is going on and what we need to cut or remove from, because the sun and Mercury and Mars is opposing in your 10th house of career, your legacy, where you are in the outside world. It's your public life. It's about authority and your reputation. The sun in Scorpio is deep and it is psychological and it's intense. And Mercury is here, thoughts, ideas, communication. How do I share this information? And Mars, cutting and severing, needing to cut some things away. And so these are going to be seen as positive in order to take your path and move it forward through at this time. Your emotions, they're going to be running deep, and yet at this time, after these things are revealed and removed, it's going to be liberating. It's going to feel like this weight is being released and removed off of, like, carrying the weight of the world on your back, and it's releasing you from this burden so that you are ready to move into the next phase of your life. Now, Taurus the ruler is Venus. Venus is in your 8th house of shared resources. These are the contracts that you have with other people. It's the house of deep bonding. It's taboo topics, and it is shared resources, as in alimony, child support, cash, property, debt, and it's anything that you have with other people. So this is in a grand trine of offering you support of what needs to be done in order to move forward in this area of your life. Now, this is also going to be trining with Pluto. Pluto is in your 12th house of paying attention to your dreams, your intuition. It's it's the subconscious realm. It's where you go to be alone, to meditate, to pay attention to your angels, your spirit guides, your subconscious self, your dreams and your intuitions. And Pluto is there. This has to transform. Something has to give here. This has been going on for a while, and now is the time. So this eclipse is offering you an opportunity to take another look at your home and your family life, and it's going to be illuminating some things. This could be an opportunity for you to move to a new place, or a different or a second residence. This could be temporary. This could be maybe getting your home ready for sale. Over the last year and a half, this eclipse was basically focused on your career, your home, and probably meant some kind of shift in both of those areas of your life. So if you haven't already moved, this would be the time. Now, this could also be someone moves out of the house or someone moves in, or maybe you're using your home as like a home base for your business. Pay attention to any repairs or additions that come up at this time that are illuminated, because they will be bigger than what you thought about. Like the moon, the eclipse will reveal, and don't forget about taking care of this. Now, there could be a focus on family dramas that have been simmering below the Earth's surface, and now they're going to erupt. Solutions, healings, marriages, new children coming into the family, finding out that you have a relative. Remember that the 4th house is genealogy, past lives, with attention to what is happening now as a result to what has happened to you in the past. Maybe this is the demands of your personal life are now going to be paramount and take center stage. This is going to be a time that you need to focus on finding a balance between your time and energy spent on work and home that's now going to come into the light, and things are going to be revealed, and that you're going to have this balance between your public and your personal life. Now is going to be the time that you're going to want to get your priorities in order for your work and for home, finding this balance that can support both you at work and you at home. This is about your priorities. And some people may have major work or career projects that come to a fruition or come to an ending at this time. Remember, it's revealing some things and it's bringing new in. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about how this resonates with you. And for more, please check out the other videos on transits and check out the November forecast for all 12 signs for your month ahead. And join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And on the off Tuesday, I offer tarot consultations. And for updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, this full moon eclipse is occurring in your third house. Now, the third house represents your relationship with your siblings, your neighbors. It's the way that you communicate. It's writing. It's personal. It's your spirituality. It's your cousins, your acquaintances. This is the house of letters and books and the things that you say and do with others in close contact. It's where you connect with others, talk, and exchange ideas. Now, the full moon is here with an eclipse revealing, so it's going to be removing some people, places, and things and thoughts and ideas in and out of your life. Jupiter is the expansive planet. It is about quick and expanding everything. Jupiter is considered the Santa Claus of the zodiac. It's about offering gifts and abundance. What is opposing? The sun is in Scorpio, opposite in your ninth house. Travel, foreign people, places, things. It's about diving into spirituality, diving into taking a class, becoming a teacher. The ninth house is cross-cultural experiences, and it's about adventure and legal matters and getting things published. And so we have the sun here, and we have Mercury. Mercury is thoughts and ideas and writing and journaling, and Mars. I need to cut, I need to sever, I need to remove. So at this time, things are going to be illuminated in order for you to have a path to move forward with. Your emotions, they're going to be running deep, and your feelings are going to be deep and intense. And yet the cutting and removing is going to be very liberating. The feeling is going to be felt as if you are being lifted and the burden is being released from you carrying this burden, this on the weight of the world on your back. This eclipse is getting you ready for the next phase of your life. Now, Venus is the ruler of Taurus, and so Venus is in your seventh house of partnerships, relationships, your one-on-one, your best friend, your business partner, and your significant other. It's also the house of clients and open enemies. And Venus in the seventh house is about how can I find harmony? How can I make money? How can I bring people together? She is in a beautiful trine with the planet of Uranus in your third house, with the moon and Jupiter. And where we have Uranus is where we have this unique thought, this great idea. Think outside the box, be creative. And so this is using your thoughts, your ideas, and how you're communicating with what is being removed and brought into your life. This is a grand Earth trine. And we also have Pluto that's going to join into the mix. Pluto is in your house of my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, what I want to do in order to move along in my personal life. It's who I network with. It's who I'm connected to. It's my kindred spirits. It's my personal wishes and dreams. And so all of this is supporting you having to be focused on your wants, your needs, your goals, and who are you going to align yourself up with? Because Venus in the seventh house is saying these are the partners, these are the friends, this is the significant others. And this full moon in your third house, it might mean that there's some sort of drama that involves technology, communication. Remember that this is phone, email, text, anything that is verbal or written or technology that goes out there. All forms of transportation are in the third house. Travel, mobility, education, your close neighbors, your siblings. Your daily routines at this time can really change dramatically. Short distance travel or education plans may just materialize. There could be a major event in your life of a close neighbor or a sibling that happens at this time. you might gain an entirely different perspective on a matter that you have been mulling over, because the revelation of this great idea with Uranus there. Uranus is like, oh, I have this spark, this idea. So the idea of communication and interpersonal communication and how we communicate, how we experience someone else, those are going to serve as reflectors so that you can identify what you need to adjust at this time in order so that you can quit attracting negative energy. Look to your devices at this time. Buying a new one, updating one. Maybe your systems are going to be updated. This could be your mail, your Facebook, your Instagram, anything that's like technology related. Your transportation, your mobility modes. This could be you purchasing anew. Like, oh, I'm going to get a new car, or I want to travel and do this, and how am I going to do this? And the eclipse will quickly bring those things into your life and remove out. Pay attention to anything that can interfere with this. Physical mobility can be healed, or a different chapter of mobility can be in your life that I'm getting rid of my car and I'm now going down to a bike, or I want to use the transit system, or I'm no longer using the transit system and now I want to own a car. There could be physical relatives that come back into your life. This is a good time for you to write or edit work that you've been working on, and now you can like work to finish it. This is also an opportunity that your social settings or these notable interactions, you should really pay attention and respond to what occurs. Look to everything that happens at this time as this opportunity, and follow your gut instincts, and be accountable for your actions, and own your part for anything that has to do with communication or travel at this time. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out my other videos on transits and the November astrology forecast to have a look ahead at all 12 signs. And join me live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And on the off Tuesdays, I offer tarot consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.